Alright everyone, in this video where I'm going to show you how to predict whether someone will be hired using random forest. Why random forest? Well, this is an ensemble learning method for classification, regression, and other tasks that operates by constructing a multitude of decision trees at training time. And when doing classification, we're using it to take a majority vote. Or if we're doing a regression, we're averaging the prediction of the individual trees, okay? So it's basically an improved method of decision trees, okay? So the problem with decision trees is that they kind of have a habit of overfitting to their training set, and that's what random forest aims to correct, is that issue there. So let's take a look at random forest here in some Python code. And what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to predict whether a job candidate will be hired using random forest. First, we're going to use pandas to load in a CSV file with some made-up data on past hires. Let's take a look at what that data looks like here. Okay, so we have number of years of experience, whether they are currently employed, the number of previous employers they've had, their level of education, whether they have a BS, a master's, or a PhD, whether they went to a top-tier school, whether they have interned, and whether or not they ultimately were hired. So again, we have a supervised learning scenario here because we have an actual target variable on which to train our data. As a first step in pre-processing our data, however, we'll need to convert any non-numerical values to numerical values so that our machine learning algorithms can work with them. And that's what this code does here. It's just mapping, for example, a y to a 1 or an n to a 0 and so on and so forth. And after all this mapping, let's take a look at what we get. And as you can see, no more non-numerical data. Okay. Now, let's extract a feature list from the data frame. Take a look at what that looks like. We've got years of experience, employed, Okay, we're just going to set X to the columns for these features from the data frame and Y to the column for the target, which is the hired value. And finally, we're going to use a random forest of 10 decision trees to see if a candidate's likely to be hired with an output of 1 for yes or 0 for no. Okay, so here we're setting our CLF or classifier value to the random forest classifier with 10 estimators. We're going to fit that classifier to our data, our features, and our target. So let's take a look at some predictions here. What if we have a 10-year veteran who's currently employed? All right, so here's 10, meaning number of years they've been employed, currently employed, and the first value is 1. So this guy got hired, or girl. We're going to predict the hiring of an unemployed 10-year veteran. And as we can see, this person was not hired. Okay, so apparently employment can be a factor. Now, what if we have a 5-year veteran who's currently employed who has only worked for one company? Well, this person got hired. This person we're predicting would get hired. What if they're unemployed, haven't worked for anybody, but they have a PhD, graduated from a top-tier school, and have interned? So they've got all the building blocks in place. They just need the work experience. Well, according to our prediction, we would be hiring this person. So pretty cool. This is how you use random forest to make predictions like this. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.